that is an interesting thing that could be implemented in many countries. So what is Refood? So Refood is a non-profit organization fully sustained by volunteers that that looks for reducing the food waste and supporting neighbors in need, no, with in situation of food scarcity. It's a project that was born in Portugal back in 2011, and is now spread all over Portugal with more than 60 nucleos. No, I was a volunteer there when I did my Erasmus back in 2016, and I really liked the project, and that's why I thought to bring it back to my hometown, to Madrid, and start developing and reproducing Refood in my city, in Madrid. We started the project in Madrid in 2018, and now currently we are operating in two different distribution hubs, and we are getting bigger, and also the project is getting more traction, more volunteers, more donors, and more people to support. So as I was saying, Refood is one of the main entities of food rescue in Portugal. It's at the same level of Red Cross or the Christian organization Caritas. As you can see, some figures of each núcleo in Portugal. They support nearly 250 people daily, which means that they are supporting nationally more than 8,000 beneficiaries and gathering more than 8,500 volunteers. The numbers in Madrid, they are not as amazing as in Portugal, but even though we're trying our best, and we are improving our figures and also our impact in the neighborhoods where we operate. So how does it work? Well, it's a really easy project. We rescue fruit from donors that want to freely give it to the organization through volunteers that get organized, and we once we pick this food, we bring it to our distribution hub. We make sure that the traceability of all the food that has income in the distribution hub is registered, and we separate it into the families we support. No, we also take into account family special needs, allergies, or intolerances, so we can organize a menu for them that is well prepared and well suited for their needs. As I was saying, volunteers gather first in the núcleo, in the distribution hub, to get the materials for the pickups. As you can see here, we have some Tupperwares, but this is an old photo. We have standardized all the Tupperwares into different liters, so it's better for us in the organization, and it's better for us in the pickups. We pick it. The materials are similar for a delivery, like thermic bags, Tupperwares, and these kind of materials that prove that the food is transported with the health requirements. Once we have organized the material, the volunteers go around the neighborhood picking up the foods that our donors want to donate us. We have a special route that is made with cars, because the quantity we are rescuing is too big to bring it with local trails and with thermic bags, so we use the car. As you can see in the images, we are working hand to hand with local donors, bakeries, fruit shops, restaurants, bars, and also school residences that are one of our biggest donors, because they provide food for a lot of students in their residencies, in their university residencies. So they have a lot of excess food that we try to rescue daily. Once the food has arrived to the space, the volunteer team that is settled on the distribution hub organizes what has entered that day, and divides the food equally depending on the number of the people that integrate the family. We are also working on on improving our traceability system. We are currently measuring we are measuring everything that enters, so we can have exact figures of all the kilograms we are rescuing, and also we can measure it then to the impact we're having on our environment. And we are also implementing a traceability system that is one of the legal requirements in the European Union and also in the Spanish legislation. So once everything is done, the delivery goes on. Families come to our distribution hub and they pick up their daily bag that is made of one or two main courses for every member of the family: bread from the day and fruit and vegetables. These are some of our numbers of our impact. So daily we are rescuing around 168 portions of food that are equal to 64 kilograms of food that is being rescued daily on a daily basis. Our total, since we started measuring and preventing food waste, is more than 54,000 portions of food rescued and more than 20,000 kilograms of food rescued. You can see here the equivalences in CO2 emissions and also some equivalences to flights and driving an automobile and this kind of equivalences. Some legal considerations that I thought would be interesting to take into account about this project. No, as Marin was saying, there's a big problem on food waste across all the supply chain. So we believe that it's important to all food actors to implement as many measures as they can to prevent food loss. And once all these measures are implemented and we have still food surplus, then we proceed with donation. No? I believe this will be the approach. About the European guidelines for food donation, it's true that we don't have a regulation framework for all the countries, but still we have some guidelines made from the European Commission about food donation. As I was saying, it's mandatory to implement a system of traceability of the food, and it's also mandatory to implement how the transport and the safety of the storage and the transportation. With all of our donors, we sign a contract where we specify the responsibilities of each of the actors, and also we implement the protocols of the donation to make sure that the food that we are getting is safe for human consumption, and it's also going to be redistributed in the best way. We also work with a really immediacy short time gap. To give you an example, the volunteers gather in the distribution hub around 7 or 7:15, and the food is being delivered to the families around 9:15. So in a gap of 1 hour, that food comes from our donors to our distribution hub and gets organized and is given to the families. And some ideas of what we did in Spain. No? We adapt a project that comes from Portugal, and we adapt it to our local environment. We build a legal entity. We also sign up for the food enterprise and food and public health register. And we also make all the legal proceedings correctly in order to implement this project successfully. Some ideas of how you can support us. You can join us if you are living in Madrid. You can talk to us if you want to develop this project in your neighborhood. You can also follow us on our social media profiles, and also if you want, anyone can freely donate or become a member of this project. Maybe we can leave the questions for later, and thank you for your attention and your time.
Thank you so much, Alfonso. I actually think you were quite quick So, but yeah, but maybe we should have questions in the very end. So you can write questions in the chat now if you don't want to forget them, and then save it for the Q&A session. So thanks a lot, Alfonso, very interesting. And now then I think we will give the floor to Peter, and I have your nice.
Yeah.
I will do some background pictures while we're talking here. So the word is here.